Good morning. We will pay attention to bank reconciliation today when the previous bank reconciliation was provided and they provide the cash receipts journal, cash payments journal totals at the end of the month after all the entries that they recorded during that month. We are doing the books for June 2015, so it means that we will complete a bank reconciliation statement at the end of June. The previous bank reconciliation statement on the 31st of May was provided. So the first entry that I must record is the debit balance that's given to us in this bank reconciliation statement at the end of the previous month. So this is the opening balance in my bank account on the 1st of June. Then I will record the totals given to me in the cash receipts and cash payments journal. In the additional cash receipts and cash payments journal, we will start with these totals. And they say to me that the bank statement showed a credit balance of 3358. We will start the bank reconciliation statement with this closing balance in the bank statement. The totals that was provided for the cash receipts journal will be my opening totals. The totals provided for the cash payments journal will be my opening totals in the cash payments journal. In the general ledger, we will start with the 1033 that we obtained from the previous bank recon. And in the bank reconciliation statement, we will start with the balance provided by the bank. We will look at the entries that appeared in the previous bank reconciliation statement to determine whether the bank recorded these entries in the current month. They say there's a deposit for 920 that appeared in the current bank statement. So that means they've recorded that entry. Then there's a check for 104 for 100 Rand and a correction of error of 80 Rand. So those two entries were also recorded by the bank in the June bank statement. We still have check number 511 outstanding. So either they will give us additional information to tell us that this check is matured, it's older than 6 months, we have to cancel it, or the check was lost, or else we will just show it in the next bank reconciliation statement again. Because remember, a check is valid for 6 months. So it means people have 6 months that they can go to the bank to deposit this check so that they can get the money. A fixed deposit of 6,000 Rand matured, and the amount plus the interest for 6 months at 6% per annum was deposited directly into the bank account. Therefore, the bank already recorded this in the bank statement. We still have to record this fixed deposit into our bank account to show that as a result of direct deposit, the money in my bank increased. I will show in the cash receipts journal that we received money from Absa, 6,000 that will be transferred to my fixed deposit account. Then on this 6,000, 6% interest for 6 months. So we also received 180 Rand for interest on fixed deposit. A check received for 400 from H. Steyn for cash sales on the 15th of June was returned by the bank due to insufficient funds. So although it was cash sales, we can't cancel the sales because we sold the goods. We have to cancel the check and show that H. Steyn owes us money, so we will create a debtor. When we received the money from Steyn, we debited our bank account and recorded it in the cash receipts journal. Now we have to cancel this check in the cash payments journal and show that the debtor owes us 400 Rand. Bank charges according to the bank statement is 60 Rand. So it's the expense that we have to pay to the bank. So we will have to record it in our cash payments journal. Then there was also a stop order for 80 Rand that appeared on the bank statement. The payment was made by Sanlam for insurance premium. So we also have to record the 80 Rand in the cash payments journal for money going out of the business. Sanlam, we will show the 80 Rand and that the insurance was paid out of the bank, and we will show that to Nedbank we paid bank charges of 40 Rand. Check number 535 for 81 Rand and check number 538 for 110 Rand did not appear on the bank statement. So it is still outstanding checks that will be paid out by the bank in the future. So I must record it on the bank reconciliation statement as outstanding checks. Outstanding checks is checks that the bank must still pay in the future, and when they pay the checks, they will record it on the debit side because they reduce the amount of money that they owe us. Due to the fact that merchandise was damaged, the payment of check number 541 for 100 Rand in favour of Olivetti Limited was stopped. No entry was completed. When we issued the check, we recorded it in the cash payments journal. So if the check was stopped, we gave instructions to the bank that they must not pay out this check. Therefore, we will cancel the check in the cash receipts journal. And in the cash receipts journal, we will show that this check was cancelled for 100 Rand and we owe this 100 Rand to the creditor, that we will have to sort out with them whether we're going to pay it in the future, whether they're going to deliver other stock to us, or whether we will get a discount from them. A deposit of 2,500 does not appear on the bank statement. So we closed our books on the 30th of June and already recorded this 2,500. The bank closes their books before the end of the month to give them time to send the bank statements to their clients. So they will only show this deposit in the coming month, and therefore we have to show in the bank reconciliation statement that they have to indicate an outstanding deposit at the beginning of July. And the outstanding deposit will be entered on the credit side of the bank reconciliation statement to indicate that the bank will enter this 2,500 as a deposit during July 2015. Check number 541 was issued to Prieto for 400 Rand and was lost in the post. We will have to complete 3 entries for this. The first one is to cancel the check in the cash receipts journal. So we will show that the check is cancelled and that we owe the rent again. Secondly, we will issue a new check to pay Prieto that will be recorded in the cash payments journal. In the cash payments journal, my second entry will be to show that we issued a new check again. Now, because this check was only issued, there was no way that the person could have paid it in at the bank already. So the third very important factor there is that this is an outstanding check of 400 Rand. So we must not forget to do this third entry, because if we issue an additional check while we are busy with the bank reconciliation, it means that this will be an outstanding check for the future. After we completed all the additional entries, we will look at our bank reconciliation statement at the 31st of May to see if there is still any amounts there that was not ticked off. And this check number 511 for 105 Rand will then be recorded in the new bank reconciliation statement for June as an outstanding check, because now it is the second month that this person didn't collect this money from the bank. We will show check number 511 as an outstanding check. Then I will close off my cash receipts journal and cash payments journal, and I will transfer the total of the bank column to the debit side of my bank and the total of the cash payments journal to the credit side of my bank. After I completed this, I will work out the balance in my bank account. Now, because this balance is brought down on the debit side, it means that I have to show this balance on the debit side, on the same side as what it was brought down. If we look at the two totals now, they should be equal, because if they're not equal, it means that there are still a mistake. What did we learn today? Determine whether the entries recorded in the previous bank recon appeared on the current bank statement. If any entry didn't appear on the current bank statement, it will be recorded on the next bank reconciliation statement again. Entries recorded on the bank statement but not in the journals will be completed in the journals. Entries recorded in the journals but not on the bank statement will be recorded on the bank reconciliation statement. After all the entries were completed, the debit balance and the debit credit balance in the bank reconciliation statement should be the same. Otherwise, we still had a mistake that must be corrected.